We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Target. Check 37. Check 37. Check 31. Check 31. Under 10. 10. Check 24. Chopper. Look. Squeeze. Get it.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Watch tight end. Stand. Stand up in. Watch twist. Smooth. Twist. Slam. Switch. 49. Check 49.
On second down now. It's Elliott. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, wahoo! You don't want it? 97's the mic. I got it. 97's the mic. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Costello. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go. Switch the elbow. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. You got tape.
On first down, Taylor fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Set, ready? 15 line. Let him know. Switch it. Come on, switch it. X3. 218. Chop. Now. Right here. 41 Mike. Here we go. 41 Mike. I'll smell. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Robert Quinn. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pull it high. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
Ready.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Again, he finds an opening. 20! And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try to get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Go now. 8, read. Here we go, D. Anxious. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. That's me and you. Jet 4. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Allen. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We own them. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Ready to break.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, Charlie. Hey. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check, check, check 41. Shoot.
And here's Allen on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
Here we go.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Got a man, it's Landry for the Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Look at me. Go. Hit it.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
He's checking.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And some room to... Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big run that time by Elliott. 59 yards for him on the ground.
70, Indy. Tight dog. Jump. Wide. Get wide. Undercrush. He's coming. On the ball. Go.
Now Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. So we got man.
Here's Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ezekiel Elliott. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Go on. He's coming, double up. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Gets this one to Hill. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. He was looking for Parker that time. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Check 1, 2. Check 9. No. Off. Let's go.
Now Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Big dash. Go.
Here's Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Ready. On the counter, Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Kill. Slam. Hey, exit. Rush in.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 2.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Here's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
18 Gators. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
On the ready. 7. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Delta. 7. Mike, 7. Hey, come on, no. 7's a Mike.
On 3rd down, Costello. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with a home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will shave one more off this lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
41. We've got to wedge that. I'm on. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. 2.
first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
You see me? They can't stop me out here. Hey, 4-1 Mike.
Throwing now is Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going,
and he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Show it up, show it up. Alert flare, flare. Watch out. Look, squeeze. He's checking crack. Tighten up.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This is Elliott, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
60 or. Hey, high 7. Check 41. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 39.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
3 down. Let's put him on the buses. Get it.
From the gun, it's Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch. Hey, dude. Ready?
Allen to throw once more. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
At the 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Pollard. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 15. Check 15.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll give to Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
61, match box, right.
3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie. 97's the mic, 97's the mic. Double dog, go.
To throw on 3rd down. Costello. Aguilar has it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Nelson Aguilar. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
SOS.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. A 1st down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run here with Balazs. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balazs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Now the Dolphins will again line up and go for 2. Allen now operating from the gun. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go to Elliott again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st down, it's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Elliott running right. And some room to work. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 52.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Pollard going to try the right side. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check it back.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline. And I think this one might just be over.
Yeah, and a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The tackle there by Brian Poole.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 541. 541. Go. 41 right. 41 right. Right here. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Ty Long now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Check 3. Check 3. Hey, Sam off. Go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to roam now. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to